Ronaldo never won a World Cup, 0 times, and people still call him a GOAT. So why is everyone acting like Messi's career just ended? One loss, at 39 years old, and suddenly 20 years of football don't count anymore. Right after the final whistle, two legends weighed in, Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Thierry Henry. Both said the same thing, in their own way. This loss doesn't touch Messi's legacy, not even a little. Think about who's saying that. Not fans, not pundits chasing clicks. Players who competed at the highest level themselves. Players who know exactly what it takes to get to a final in the first place. When guys like that go out of their way to defend someone's legacy, that's not noise. That's football's inner circle speaking. And it's worth asking why they felt the need to speak up at all. Legends don't usually rush to defend a loss unless they already know the noise around it is wrong. Here's the argument that actually matters. Messi already won the World Cup, 2022. Done. Sealed. Nobody can take that away from him. So what does losing in 2026 actually change? Nothing about the stats, nothing about the trophy he already has sitting at home. People forget how this works. Legacy isn't decided by your last game. It's decided by the whole body of work. Messi's whole body of work includes a World Cup win, multiple Ballon d'Ors, and more assists and goals than almost anyone who's ever played the game. One loss at 39 years old doesn't erase 2 decades of proof. If anything, showing up to one more final at that age is proof of exactly the opposite. Most players his age aren't even on the pitch anymore. Most retired years ago, satisfied with far less than what Messi's already achieved. He didn't have to chase this. He chose to. And here's the comparison that ends the debate for a lot of people. Ronaldo never won a World Cup. Not once. 0 World Cups in his entire career, across 5 attempts, at his absolute peak, and people still argue he's a GOAT candidate. Still argue he belongs in the same conversation as Messi. Still argue his legacy is untouchable. So if a guy with 0 World Cups can still be considered one of the greatest ever, how does Messi losing one final, after already winning the trophy once, somehow damage his legacy more? It doesn't add up. And that's exactly the point people miss when they rush to call this some kind of tragic ending. The math simply isn't on their side. A trophy at 35 and a final at 39 is a resume most legends never get close to. But here's where it gets more complicated. This isn't just any loss. Messi didn't lose to a rival his own age, he lost to a 19-year-old who wasn't even born when Messi played his first World Cup. That hits different. Losing to a peer feels like competition. Losing to the next generation feels like time itself closing the door on you. It's not really about the scoreline anymore. It's about watching the sport move on without you, in real time on the biggest stage there is. That's not a legacy problem. That's just what happens to every legend eventually, even the greatest ones. Pelé watched it happen. Maradona watched it happen. Every era ends the same way. A new name takes the stage, and the old one has to accept it. And that's why this debate splits into 3 completely different camps. Argentina fans are heartbroken, but most of them will tell you Messi already gave them everything. One more loss doesn't change how they feel about him. He gave them 2022. Nothing after that was owed. Neutral fans mostly see this as a poetic, respectful ending, an era closing the way it should. With one last run, one last final, no shame in losing to a team this good. And then there's the rival fans, the ones who never liked Messi in the first place. For them, this is exactly the ammunition they've been waiting for. Every argument, every well actually, every reason to say his legacy took a hit. It's coming from that camp specifically, not from people who actually understand the sport's history. 3 completely different reactions to the exact same 90 minutes of football. And notice something, none of those 3 camps are actually debating the facts. They're debating how they feel about the facts. That's the real tell here. When the numbers aren't in question, but the opinions still split this hard, it's not a legacy problem. It's a perspective problem. So here's the real question. Does one loss at 39, to a team that's clearly building something special, actually change how you see Messi's career? Or is this exactly what closure was always supposed to look like? So comment below which camp are you in, and subscribe if you want us breaking down every angle of this World Cup as the story keeps unfolding.